Rnuanubandhana. What is Rnuanubandhana? It's a Sanskrit word combining two words, Rina, the cosmic debt, Bandhana, the bondage. Rnuanubandhana is the eternal cosmic law which governs all living beings, not just living beings, every prani in this universe. Quite often, we come across instances where total strangers help others to escape from hopeless situations. Sometimes they also forewarn others of dangers ahead. The entire concept of Rnuanubandhana is to be understood as an eternal record of credits and debits which connect all living beings. It's like having an opening balance in a bank, which is a combination of current account and fixed deposits. We all have options to square off past debts, accumulate credits to redeem future debts, or underwrite others' debts. When all the debits and credits are reduced to zero, every individual soul becomes a Sthitapratna, or the eternal witness. As we understand that Rnuanubandhana is a bondage caused by debt, this enables us to get a fresh perspective on karma. Conventionally, we say karma is the same as action, though in reality, every action is not karma. It's only when I identify myself with the action, when my ego is involved with the action, that my action becomes my karma. Our life comprises of actions and interactions. Now, when I talk of karma, it means it's nothing but personal identification with the action. Now, coming to understand actions and interactions, essentially, these are all either obligations from previous lives or rewards that are due to us from previous life. Understand that karma is a vast game where every one of us is playing tit for tat. Now, the more one plays the game, the more one is obligated to remain on the playing field. The rules of the game of life are quite plain and simple. There are just two rules. One, life is not always fair. Two, but you cannot be unfair to others. Since our actions are due to some phenomena working out through us, it follows as a corollary that if I have done something good, the merits of such good actions is what we conventionally call the punya, that is credits to my account. If I have done something bad, the demerits of action, which is called papam, is actually debited to my account. Essentially, the rules are the same for every human being, irrespective of caste, creed, sex. It doesn't really matter. All of us are bound by the same rules. Now that we know the rules of the game, how do we play the game? It's quite simple. Be even-minded at all times. What we call the Sthita Prajna or the Samyak Darshan. When good things happen in life, don't be overjoyed. When facing bad times, don't plunge into gloom. As we said earlier, if we self-identify with the actions, it's our karma working through our mind. Now, this self-identification comes from the ego in me. Now, what is the ego? The ego is feeling of I, me, and myself. Now the question arises, why does the ego like the game? And the answer is quite simple. The ego needs the game for its own survival. Every day when I wake up from sleep, the ego in me also rises up. Therefore, the only way to exit the game forever is to cancel out all the Rnuanubandhanas in my account. This is easier said than done, but if we decide to let all the actions occur through our body and mind, it becomes easier to play the game. Remember to be the player in the game always, and do not worry about who wins or who loses. With practice, one masters the game of life. One becomes calm and remains calm and unruffled in all situations. Accept whatever comes your way without complaining. Give without expectations when somebody seeks your help. Thank God for all that you have now. The small clipping in the Times of India about a group of ham radio operators helping a Nepali man to be united with his family after 41 years actually encapsulates the whole concept of Rnuanubandhana. All of us have heard the saying, Neke karo or kuan mein dal do. Do good without any expectations. Dr. Edgar Mitchell, the Apollo 14 astronaut, had an amazing experience which actually gives us the rules for making the grand exit. It's just that one has to enjoy every moment of the game until the last whistle. Listen to what Edgar Mitchell has said in the video that follows. Essentially, he said the universe is one. Dr. Mitchell's experience, narrated in his own words, is what the yogis call out of the body experience. Let's watch the video.
The journey beyond the ego is one which all of us have to undertake. It's always best to undertake it consciously so that the journey becomes a lot more fulfilling.